tells me you wouldn't believe it unless you saw it. There were hundreds of Jap civilians, men, women, children, jumping off the cliffs to their deaths. At the edge of the 200-foot cliffs on Marpy Point, I look down and I see bodies. 7 of them. This is nothing, the Marine says. There are hundreds of them further down. The Marines have come to expect almost anything in the way of self-destruction from the Japanese soldiers. But none are prepared for this epic self-slaughter among civilians.
The civilians on Saipan are committing mass suicide out of fear instilled in them by the Japanese military. Fear that the American troops are monsters who will rape, torture, and murder every single man, woman, and child. The civilians have been conditioned to believe that taking their own lives is the only way for them to escape brutality.
Around me, Marines are trying to rescue civilians, saving them from themselves and the children from the hands of their own mothers and fathers. They set up loudspeakers and ask a surrendered civilian to convince the others to come out of their caves. He tells them, surrender. Don't jump. We were given food, water, and safety. You won't be harmed. Surrender. He tries to assure them that they too will be well treated, but only some heed his words. There are stories of fathers who slit their kids' throats before tossing them off the cliff. And about a mother who drowned herself while giving birth.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you can just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Black community, but I'm not just that. I feel like one thing is people try to minimize me to artists, hip hop, black community. Yeah, I'm always gonna represent that, but I also represent the world. When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all? You know, like, it's like we're mentally in prison.
Now, I let that play out because I want y'all to grasp what I just showed y'all. The Japanese killed themselves because of, the fear and honor of not being, under control of the Americans, because that's all they wanted. That's all they wanted. And if you look at the internment camps and how they were treated there, you had World War I veterans, U.S. Japanese citizens, that still were kicked out of their homes and put in internment camps because of quote unquote Pearl Harbor. So that level of disrespect, and you know, it proves something. So you think it's not gonna go back to, you know, Japan and how they feel and how y'all treating their own citizens, the people that are there? And then they hear the stories about slavery, and then you know how their people being treated in those internment camps. They can be killed inside of there. And, you know, there will be little to no consequence for, you know, the guards of those internment camps, whites, killing those Japanese. So, trying to paint the picture as if, you know, they're doing wrong by doing that. And I put up that Black Panther Killmonger scene of bury me in the ocean with my ancestors because they knew what death was. Or something like that, along the lines of something like that. Black people praised it on Twitter. Praised it to death. Kanye West basically says the same thing. And now everybody is up in arms. It's the hypocrisy. It's the fake outrage. And I have this comment up as well that my boy La Flamin' Boomin left, you feel me? And it was I just want to correct him on his tweet, on his comment that says, also remember you made a video on this on your College Kid channel. I think the hashtag was tweet like the 1800s. It was tweet like the 1600s, but Black Twitter's collective response to serious issues and past trauma of black people is to make tasteless jokes. You also got black people defending white people for making the same jokes and laughing at them. Of course. And when I did that tweet like the 1500s video, it got flagged down. It got flagged down. But it's okay for them to talk about it on Twitter because I was addressing the serious issues behind it. Black people were calling white people master. On Twitter, calling them master, and if when you try to reach for the cornbread, got all type of slave gifts, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this the weakest shit ever. Y'all gotta be the weakest motherfuckers alive. It's crazy. So, you know, of course they're making a big deal out of this, but they really don't care. And I didn't see if that hashtag, if slavery was a choice, you know, and it's made by Black Twitter. Of course, Black Twitter is the most hypocritical thing ever, bro. If there was a time in which you would twist this around and it was white people saying this stuff, they'll try to, you know, deactivate Twitter. See, the thing about this Kanye West thing is this, bro. I seen black dudes, niggas in their 20s, early 20s, talk about, I deleted all of my music, I threw all 3 pairs of my Yeezys away and all my Yeezy merch, and I'm done. I'm done with him completely. Nigga, get your weird ass on, my nigga. If you did all that supporting, nigga, there's no reason to turn on them now. You spent all that money buying Yeezys and shit. Deleting all his music just because he support Trump and because of these comments. Nigga, last time I checked, Kanye ain't talk about robbing, killing, raping, stealing from black people. Kanye I ain't heard of him selling no dope, no Jay-Z, no crack cocaine. Feel me? I ain't heard of this nigga shooting no guns against black people. I ain't heard of him doing none of that shit. Shit, I ain't even hear him cheating on Kim K. He loyal to that woman. You ain't heard of no domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? You ain't heard of that nigga beating on that girl or nothing. So what do you really have against Kanye? Groupthink. That's all it is. That's all it is, man. It's crazy. That shit wild. Niggas in Kanye's position, he could cheat on Kim K all he want. She won't leave. But what he do? He remains loyal. That nigga remain loyal. Hey, you know, he remained loyal to the camel in the 3-piece suit. As I always try to tell individuals, but they just don't get it. They will never get it. Yeah. The reason he put the Confederate flag on his Yeezy merch was because he understands the symbology of things. If you take the power away from something, and you know what I'm saying, take the fear out of it and flip it into something else, just like we do with the word nigga. Turn it into a term of endearment, then the power is away from it. You feel me? The original meaning has no fucking use. Just like if you turn the Confederate flag, just like they do with y'all symbols, what y'all see around here, what y'all see on this earth, a majority of it is from y'all symbol, from what y'all created. But you won't understand that because you don't understand your history, Greek and Europe and all of that. A lot of white people coming here getting mad about that. But the thing about it is with them is that they haven't done their research either. How many videos have I done about that? Dozens. So this is my message to the Kanye bashers. Did y'all forget about this? Did y'all forget about y'all loving Killmonger saying, you know, bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ship? Because they knew that, you know, what about slavery and all that. About being in bondage. So what y'all got to say to this? And Kanye is basically saying the same thing. Mental slavery, that's what y'all in. Y'all proving this point by reacting the way y'all do. It doesn't surprise me though. It really don't. It really doesn't. So, I'm gone. Like, comment, dislike. Peace.